Mood Indigo is a quirky, magical realist romantic comedy directed by Michel Gondry, and feels like a more fanciful spiritual successor to Amélie, not just because they share star Audrey Tautou, but mixed with a bit of Brazil's steampunk and daft bureaucracy elements. This is sadly one of my least favourite films of the year. I may just not be on the right wavelength to enjoy this film, but I just found it muddled and self-indulgent. Romain Duras stars as Colin, a wealthy, awkward man who falls in love with the beautiful Chloe, Audrey Tautou. They have a blissful relationship together, but when Chloe falls ill from a water lily sprouting in her lung, Colin works himself to ruin trying to care for Chloe and treat her condition. Mood Indigo is a visually stunning movie, as is typical with Michel Gondry's work, and features whimsical set design, vibrant costumes, and endearing stop-motion animation. But there's only so long before this quirky imagery starts to lose its charm, and that's even before Colin's apartment becomes darker, bleaker, and shabbier with Chloe's worsening illness. On some level, you get used to and tune out the visual splendor because it serves a lackluster story. In Mood Indigo, the acting is good all round, but that doesn't really count for anything, as the characters the actors play and the relationships they enact are not. Colin and Chloe are very thinly characterized, and their courtship is too silly and rushed for it to resonate. We get no real reason for their romance other than them being quirky, attractive people who are comfortable around each other. Since we can't get attached to them, Colin's looming poverty and Chloe's illness don't carry much impact. I like silly movies. I love Dark Star, and Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz are two of the best films ever made, in my opinion, but not this kind of silly. As explained before, the imagery is quirky and amusing, but you kind of grow numb to it, yet the film's world and the characters within it are too arbitrary and don't even follow their own logic, as the characters flutter back and forth from acting normally to rather forced eccentricity. By the way, it does bother me that Audrey Tautou, who is a highly skilled actress, is 37 and still being cast as the manic pixie dream girl archetype. At least Amélie, the film that made Tautou famous, subverted the manic pixie dream girl archetype, as Amélie is a quirky ray of sunshine who brings joy to all around her but can't get her own life in order, and she pursues the boy instead of the other way round, but Chloe in Mood Indigo is a more standard pixie love interest. The coolest character in the film is Nicholas, a suave, strong man who is Colin's lawyer, mentor, and chef, but there isn't really a point to his character, nor is there to Colin's friend Chic, who marries Nicholas's niece but is obsessed with an intellectual named Patra. All of these factors, superficially amusing visuals with diminishing returns, overly random humor, silly drama, and thinly written, surprisingly bland characters, all have the effect of pushing you away and limiting your investment in the whole affair. This is only a minor point, but Mood Indigo has a narrative framing device of a publishing house using conveyor belt typewriters to type out Colin's story as it happens, but it doesn't frame the events in any meaningful way. Mood Indigo earns 2 stars out of 5. Thanks for watching. Cheers.